Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So if you follow me here on the channel or on Mopar Insiders, you know that we've been talking about Ram midsize trucks for several months. It doesn't matter if it's the Ram 1200 in Mexico, the Ram Dakota that just recently started production in Argentina for the Latin American market, or the North American midsize truck that'll eventually be coming. We have talked a lot about midsize trucks, and it seems like the hype for midsize trucks is growing and growing and growing, considering the price for the Ram 1500 and heavy-duty trucks continue to grow. So demand for a midsize truck is at an all-time high. But over the past 10, 11 months, we've been talking a lot about a North American midsize pickup. So I have to go back to December. And December was a very interesting time. Carlos Tavares was ousted from Stellantis. Then we started hearing rumors about this new electrified midsize truck that Ram was supposed to be getting was going to be delayed. And we heard that, the Ranger was going to get or at least Ford was going to take and modify an all EV Ranger to make it to the market in 2028. Well, since then, EV plans have changed. Obviously, Stellantis is going in a different direction, but it just goes to show you in 11 months how much has changed in their planning portfolio. And then on top of that, there was rumors that the truck wouldn't even be built at Belvidere. And in January, Stellantis confirmed, hey, we're going to build the truck at Belvidere in 2027. So I posted this on January 22nd when they announced it, saying, hey, it's going to be built there. They promised that it was going to be built in Illinois. Well, we know that's changed too. Then we talked about, according to our sources, back in July, we heard that the truck wouldn't be a unibody. And it was kind of weird because why would they put a body-on-frame truck at Belvidere? Now, Belvidere is a unibody plant. They would have to convert that to a body-on-frame plant, but it didn't make a lot of sense because there are several body-on-frame plants that there aren't maximizing capacity at. So like Toledo and Warren Truck. But why convert a plant that has potential to build several vehicles to another an actual body-on-frame plant? It just didn't make any sense. So again, this talk was like everybody was excited because hey, it's going to be a true pickup, but it just kind of didn't go hand in hand. And then we started hearing rumors that the UAW wasn't going to believe that this truck was going to be built there and whatnot. And then we heard rumors that hey, the truck's confirmed for 2027. So Antonio Filosa, during a conference in France, which I actually did a live stream of here on the channel, he confirmed that this truck would be out sometime in 2027 as a 2028 model.
To be able to bring back V8s or to be able to bring back new products. I understood that you're going to do the best you can to bring forward the mid-size truck you've mentioned that will be built in the US. Shall we think it's a product for the second half of 26 or for the first half of 27, or when is it effectively going to be visible for customers?
So that is now a product for 27, okay? Which is accordingly to the timing and the time to market that we have for a completely new product development. What I can say is that 2 weeks ago, I was in our design center in Detroit, and I saw the car itself, not only the sketches and the design, but the clay model, right? And it's just beautiful. Right? It's just amazing, right? So hopefully you will join me in this assessment. If you want to come to Detroit, I will show you without cell phones and cameras, so you will be, I believe, astonished. And this is an invitation for all of you, if you want to come to Detroit. Avoid the winter, it's very cold, so come first, come before the winter, but it's beautiful. And all the specs that we are imagining in the product briefing are very good in the segment, so that's why 2027 we will have a very strong Ram offer in that segment.
So again, it was building up all this hype and we were getting more and more excited. And then in the recent couple weeks, we've been getting news about them, meaning Stellantis, actually reinvesting in the US. So they announced that $13 billion was going to be put into the US manufacturing footprint to expand capacity by 50%. Now, when they actually announced this back in October 14th, almost 2 weeks ago, we can go down here and we can see what their actual plans were. And they did announce that the midsize truck would not be going to Belvidere. Instead, Belvidere would get 2 new Jeep products, a Compass, the new next generation J4U Compass, and the Cherokee KM. The Cherokee is going to launch in Mexico, but it'll eventually come to Belvidere. Now, on top of that, that midsize truck would be moved to Toledo. Now, they didn't say a lot about it. They just said, hey, it's going to be moved to Toledo. It goes with the rumors that we've been talking about here on the channel for quite a while. But it was, big news nonetheless. I mean, they're expanding their U.S. footprint by 50%, adding 5 new vehicle launches and 19 product actions over the next 4 years. So that's a big move for Stellantis. However, since this product announcement was made, or this actual investment announcement, I've been getting a lot more details on this new midsize Ram pickup. So, today on Mopar Insiders, I posted this. New details emerge on Ram's upcoming midsize truck. Now, we've been hearing rumors, obviously, that if it's going to Toledo, it would make sense because it would be based on the Gladiator platform. That's not true. What we're hearing from our sources within the UAW is that this vehicle will be unique. It will have its own unique body-on-frame platform. Whether the next generation Gladiator adopts to that, we don't know. But we know that the Ram midsize truck will have its own unique chassis. So that's big news. On top of that, I also went through and found out from sources that this truck will not be joining the Gladiator on the Toledo South side. Instead, it is scheduled to be produced on the Toledo North side with the Jeep Wrangler. Now, if you follow me on Mopar Insiders the other day, I talked about it, and I talked about it here on the channel too. The Jeep Wrangler is being canceled from Europe, and it's going to be replaced with the Recon. So, with extra capacity, it makes sense that they could do it there. Plus, they're not running a 3-shift schedule over there. With this truck, they have confirmed that they're spending $100 million into investing in the plant, and it could lead to a 3rd shift if this truck hits the numbers that they think it's going to. Now, they originally said that they predict that this truck will hit over 100,000 units annually. And that's according to some of my sources in the UAW. So again, that's a strong figure, and it justifies adding a 3rd shift to the plant. So during that investment announcement, they said that they would create over 900 new jobs at Toledo. So basically that accumulates for that 3rd shift. And what we've heard from the UAW is that they plan on to recall the laid off workers before opening up external hiring. So that reinforces their commitment to their American workers. So that's big news in itself. So what about the midsize truck? What is the timeline? So again, we heard that it was going to be, Antonio Filosa said it, launched sometime in 2027 as a 2028 model. And that schedule is still on track. What we're hearing is it will launch sometime in the 3rd or 4th quarter of 2027. And again, remember, it sounds like it's a long time away, but we're already at the end of October of 2025. So time flies. This is not a prolonged launch for this vehicle, because the pilot models are scheduled to start running down the line in March of 2027. So again, about a year and 4 months, 5 months, really, we'll start seeing pilot models run down the line at Toledo. And then a few months later, we'll start actually seeing production of a new midsize truck for North America. So while we're not getting the truck that, Argentina's building or China's building, we are getting our own truck. This should be slightly bigger than those trucks, different powertrains, and again, built here in the United States. So let me know what you think down below. Tell me what you think about this truck having its own unique chassis. What do you think about the Toledo Assembly Complex, being built alongside the Wrangler instead of the Gladiator, and having an additional 900 people come back to work? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.